Good morning, welcome back to my channel. Today is a highly requested video, one I'm actually very excited about. We just finished our modern farmhouse home gym. I say modern farmhouse because we added a reclaimed wood wall. I think it's modern farmhouse. But today I'm gonna take you through it. I get a lot of questions about our equipment, where we got it, how we're liking it, if we would change anything. And yeah, we're just gonna get right on into it because Chris and I have been working our butts off on it and we're very proud. So let's get into it. Starting off with the first piece of equipment, the biggest one we have. This is, I believe, the Monster Light. I don't know the exact name of everything down here because this has now been, I think we got all of this last winter, but I'll have it all linked down below for you. So if you have any, or you can reference down there, all of it will be there. But this is our squat rack that we went with. It's a little bit deeper, so you can load the barbell on the front and you're not gonna risk tipping over. That was our main thing. I'm like, I want it, safety. And this also, I don't know if you can see, it just fits down here. So definitely take into consideration how much room you have, because we have 3/4 inch mats. And I was like, oh yeah, this rig will fit perfect. And then we got it in here and I'm like, holy cow, it's a tight squeeze. I did not take into consideration that we basically lost an inch on our floor. So we've been really happy with this. I wouldn't change this. I feel like it's big enough to where we can, I can still do pull-ups on here. And I'm also glad we got black. We were originally thinking of maybe doing a fun color, but we made everything just black and white neutral. Kind of goes along with the whole theme of our house. So this was a win. We really liked it. They also have a ton of different attachments you can get. So it's not like buying one big bulk package. You can kind of add on what you want. And yeah, we've been super happy with this. And we have over here, I guess I should have mentioned this. Okay, funny story about all these tens up here. We decided to build the home gym when lockdown happened, or when we thought lockdown was gonna happen again. And if you were possibly trying to buy dumbbells or anything for a gym at the time, you could get your hands on absolutely nothing. So Rogue is based in Columbus, Ohio. That's where we live. So we're trying to get everything Rogue. It's really nice. It ships really quick to us. And all they had was tens. So I'm like, all right, I'm thinking leg day, I'm gonna need enough weight. So that's the story behind all the tens. We got a lot of them. And then they restocked and we got 25s and 45s. We don't have 35s because I'm like, we don't really need that. We got all the 10s we ever need. And if you guys need some 10s, we have them for you too. But the racks, or the tree, is really nice because it's on wheels. So you can move it around if it's not loaded up. We like that a lot. They also have ones that you can attach to the squat racks, but we didn't get the one that was that deep because it would have come out to here and just taking up too much space. So the tree is a really nice option if you want a smaller squat rack. Next up, we have probably the piece of equipment I get the most questions on. This was something Chris and I were not originally planning on getting, and I think this is his favorite piece of equipment. I always used to say if you have dumbbells, you basically have everything you need. But if you have a cable machine and dumbbells, you really have everything you need. You can do absolutely anything. We got this at a local gym store around us, an equipment store, G&G Fitness, if you're local to Columbus, Ohio. But Inspire, I know, is a popular brand. We got either the small or the medium size. They do have one that's a little bit bigger and it has a bench that you can attach to do a lot of different stuff with, but we liked this. We have the 2 different cables. It was fairly easy to put together. Adding the weights definitely annoying, but you can do so much on here, and it comes with not all of, I have a couple different attachments on there that didn't come with it, but it has the straight bar, the easy bar, which is really nice, and then all of these different hooks. So it comes with the handles. I added my little ankle straps, Thick by BFB, love those. So yeah, we've been super thrilled with this because it wasn't something we planned on having, and we have gotten so much use out of it. You can do anything with a cable machine. I did get some questions about if I would change anything with our cable machine or get a different one, because we were originally debating, like, do we want the bigger one? Do we want the smaller one? Smaller one's perfect. We already have a bench, which you will see here shortly. So I didn't want to pay the extra money and it take up more room. I wanted a lot of free space to do a lot of like functional movements and do abs and just be able to like walking lunges, you know, move throughout our gym. So I'm super happy we got the smaller one. It fits perfectly in a corner. It doesn't stick out too far. Yeah, the bigger one is definitely much wider. Chris and I are very happy we ended up going with this one. Over here, this isn't necessarily finished yet. I think I want to get one of the tall racks to like set the kettlebells on, med ball on, but this works great for now. I love having the box to do dumbbell step-ups, whatever it is. It's just nice to have. The only thing is, I would say once again, kind of take into consideration how tall your ceiling is, because you don't want to be hitting your head. That would not be great. But yeah, we just have the little med ball. I have different kettlebells. I use those, Chris does not, but I will eventually, I think, get a rack for these that would just fit perfect here. That's like one of the only things we probably still need to add. The only other thing that I have over here, otherwise this whole thing stays open, is just my LULU mat whenever I do ab exercises. This one, oh gosh, I'll link it down below. They have a 3mm and a 5mm. I believe this is the 5. It basically is just much nicer on your wrist. If you're someone who does yoga, I'm sure you know all about that. But it's just nice if you're gonna have like a heavy mat workout in terms where you're gonna be on your hands a lot. It helps if there's extra cushion. And then moving over here, I get so many questions about this, about if we use it, if we like it. This is super affordable. It also sells out really quick. Don't mind my cat. She's probably gonna try to jump up there. Rogue collabed with Westside Barbell. Westside Barbell is in Columbus. And go for it, there you go. This is a back extension machine, probably one of the most affordable ones on the market. Chris and I like it a lot. It actually folds up into itself. If they have a picture on the website, we'll put it in the video, because it's just nice and compact, which I really liked. It actually does fit really well here, so we've always kind of kept it unfolded, but it does, you can just like prop it up against the wall and it doesn't take up much space. So we've been really happy with that. You can add the plates down on the bottom and then you just put your feet in here, swing back, you got your little step to get up and your handles back there. So we've liked this a lot. Something that we didn't think we were gonna get, but I wanna say it was only like maybe $500. Once again, we'll link it down below, but I like it a lot. And it takes a lot of the pressure off of your lower back to get your glutes, so you don't have to compress your spine, which I'm a big fan of. Moving on to the dumbbell rack. This is the one thing, well, first of all, I'm a little OCD and these 40s drive me a little bit insane because they don't match. But dumbbells are expensive and they were also really hard to come by when we were originally buying all this. I literally just got my hands on a set of 15s. The one thing I would change about this whole situation is the actual rack. We got the one that has the saddle underneath it, so you have to space the dumbbells how they have it. You can't have them smushed together at all, and you can kind of tell with like the little guys, there's not much room to grab underneath here. So that's something that I'm not a huge fan of. You can take the saddles off. We had to do that down at the bottom in order to fit the big weights. That was my one downfall to this, is that it doesn't necessarily fit all of them super well. Other than that, it does a good job. I think it looks really clean. I would maybe just recommend getting the ones without the saddles, and then you have to make sure you get the dumbbells that fit the rack you get, because I think we also got the wrong dumbbells for this, even though it says they fit. Like that, in my opinion, doesn't fit great. So yeah, other than that, we've been happy with this, and I will eventually get a set of 40s because that drives my OCD insane. I forget what this bench is called. This is their bigger, more expensive one. Chris and I kind of wish we got the other one. This comes with an attachment to where you can do like sit-ups on it, like you can hang from it, but it's really wide. So doing like chest press movements, it's weird because you kind of feel like you can't like lower down all the way. Super nice, sturdy bench. But I think you could definitely get by with the lower price one, and it's a little bit smaller. This thing is also heavy. It's easy to move because it has the little handle and you just roll it around, but it's definitely like a very hefty, high quality bench. So we'll move that over to the squat rack. I do think we're eventually gonna get a second one to keep over here and then have one over there because it is heavy to move around. Next up, we have the Echo bike. This is probably one of the things that I was most excited about. Kind of wasn't planning on getting, but it was available. And at the time, this was actually the first like piece of cardio equipment we got. And I love Airdynes, which we have at Lifetime. The calories on this, I'm used to doing like a 10-calorie workout. 10 calories on this thing feels like 15 or 20. So I don't love that because it hurts a little bit more, but super high quality. And I kind of incorporate this into a lot of my different workouts, whether it's arms or legs. If it's arms, I'll do arms only. And then legs, this thing just burns out your quads. If you've never been on an Echo bike, Airdyne, assault bike, whatever, they're really tough. So I like this a lot because it gets your heart rate up really quick. And once again, really compact. You can pick it up, it has wheels, and kind of move it wherever you need to. We liked this a lot. This is also from Rogue. All of the stuff I've showed you so far has been from Rogue. This, well, I guess minus the Inspire. Moving on to the rower, we were originally gonna get a Concept 2 rower that they have on the Rogue website. We ended up getting this at G&G Fitness because it has the rope rather than the chain. And the guy was saying that it would be a little bit quieter for a home gym. I feel like it's still kind of loud. I don't think it would have made that much of a difference, but I have been really happy with this. It's nice and smooth. The back picks up like a normal rower, has wheels on the front so you can, once again, move it around. The Concept 2, I think, is a little bit more affordable. It might be a little bit louder, according to the guy who sold us this. We've been happy with it. It is definitely, if you are someone who rows a lot, getting used to the rope is very different than the chain. Overall, we're happy with that. Moving on to the treadmill, I get a lot of questions about this as well. We actually got this for free. Free is the best F word in my opinion. And I'm not totally sure how old it is. It says it's the Comfort Track cushion system. It's a fairly light treadmill. It's also pretty easy to move. It does have the little holders up here. The water bottle section is a little not great because you have to like set it sideways. You can't set it down in there. That's one, I mean, that's a small problem, but that's one thing that kind of stinks about it. But other than that, we've been really happy with this. Once again, you kind of can't beat free, in my opinion. It goes up on an incline. I like starting my workouts with an incline walk. I can answer DMs on here while I'm getting my steps in, so I'm a big fan of incline walking. A family friend gave this to us, so I was very thankful for that. I know obviously Nordic Track is a very nice brand. They have like super nice newer treadmills. I wasn't gonna purchase a really expensive treadmill when we could get one for free. So we've been really happy with this. I don't know how comparable it is to newer ones, but Comfort Track cushion system. One of the last, like, I guess pieces of equipment or just like main things in our home gym, I wanted to talk about the floor because this is what I personally did the most research on when we were looking to build our home gym and what I get a lot of questions on. I was originally looking at Rogue. These are 4 foot by 6 foot, 3/4 inch mats. All of the YouTube videos I watched recommended these. Rogue and Tractor Supply, which is where we ended up getting these, they're almost identical, except Rogue's, you're gonna pay like $1,000 more for a 25 pack. So we got 25 mats, the 4x6, 3/4 inch from Tractor Supply. Absolutely love them, saved a lot of money. They are 100 pounds a piece. So they're heavy to move, they're kind of a hassle. We did end up making cuts in ours and we're still gonna finish like this little area up here. But once again, they're 3/4 inch thick. So the other thing I wanted to mention is we got the ones that have like the little aerated part on the bottom. So it's textured rather than having it flat on both sides like this. This allows airflow underneath so you're not gonna get any mold. I did see some of the people say that they like taped over the edges. We didn't do that. I kind of want to allow airflow, but they said sometimes if you're doing it over just like an unfinished basement, it'll let dust through. We haven't really had any problems. They're super easy to clean and they recommend doing like a dry clean. So instead of doing like a wet mop, spray it with a cleaner and then just wipe it down. So go mat by mat rather than like getting liquid down underneath it. But these are from Tractor Supply. I highly recommend them. You will save so much money. Once again, they are kind of a pain to cut. We just had a straight edge. That was our first cut and it went great. So it's possible you just have to get your measurements right and really put your back into it because they're really thick. The other thing I wanted to mention, a couple of the videos I watched recommended these. It basically slides, oh, if I can do it. Oh no, it slides over the mat like this and then like clamps down on it so you can pull the mats around. That was kind of helpful for moving them, but in terms of getting them downstairs, this did not help us at all. We ended up just rolling them, and like Chris would have one end, I would have the other, and just carry it down that way. These made it really hard to carry them downstairs. Once again, it was kind of easy to slide it around, but if you have it rolled up and put it in its place, it's not that bad. So I would say you don't really need these. Some people like them. I didn't find them that useful, but I would 100% say try to find these mats at Tractor Supply, because the fitness stores will charge you way more, and a lot of the thinner ones, I don't think they're as durable. If you're doing barbell work, especially like CrossFit kind of workouts, lots of functional movements with a barbell, you're gonna want a nice cushion underneath. The 3/4 inch is very nice, and that's what everyone recommended. So just wanted to add that in, but that is our home gym. I guess I will talk about real quick our reclaimed wood wall. Chris and I were very proud of ourselves for this. For a bunch of people who didn't know what they were doing, I think it turned out fantastic. We got the reclaimed wood from, well, shiplap from Lowe's. They had the same stuff at Home Depot, I think. The only downfall to it was you have to make sure you get the same color, because they labeled it that it was all weathered gray. And if you look at the bottom, that weathered gray is different from the other weathered gray. So I would just look a little bit closer at that than we did. But other than that, we're super happy with it. We got our TV mounted up there so we can watch it while we're doing cardio. And then I painted this railing. But that's it. That's our home gym. I'm super happy with it. Once again, the only real things I would change is the dumbbell rack, just because the saddles are annoying and it doesn't necessarily fit the dumbbells super well. It works. So it's not something I would like go out of my way to change. That's a very expensive fix, and it's not that big of a deal. But if you haven't purchased anything yet, I would just make sure you have something that fits what you're gonna use, the dumbbells you have already. That is gonna be it for the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you have any questions, comment down below, check the description. Once again, I don't have all the exact names, but I will have everything listed and linked down there. So hopefully that can answer your questions as well. But maybe if you have any of like different equipment that you think would fit our space well, also let us know. I'm definitely down for some like new things to try out. We have lots of open rooms still, and Chris is now thinking he wants to like extend it. So there might be a gym tour like round 2 coming, depending on how everything goes. But hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.